All right, y'all. You know me. I'm always thinking about stuff. So this is what I'm thinking about. So I'm going to do a video on it. I don't want to say that I struggle with, but I constantly have obsessive thoughts. And these obsessive thoughts, it's a two-way thing. It's done me good and it's done me, other things in my life. Like if I'm thinking of something repetitively, over and over again, certain things, I'll just be like, oh my goodness, can it end? Can you get out of my mind thoughts? But then thinking has helped me to be the artist and the creator and the musician that I am, because I like doing repetitive things with music. You know what I mean? I like tapping a button. I like doing that type of repetitive stuff. But when it comes to like a job that I can't stand and I have to do something over and over again repetitively, I just can't, I can't do it. It's like it actually makes my head hurt trying to do things that I don't want to do and thinking about it obsessively. That's one thing I don't like about the obsessive thoughts. And sometimes, I don't know if you struggle with this, but sometimes I have thoughts come to my head and I'll be like, why in the world am I thinking about this thought? Like some random, sick, twisted, just something that's, I don't know, messed up or something. I don't know, just something crazy will just come up out of nowhere. And I'm like, where did this come from? And I even have dreams that I could never think of. Some of these dreams that I have, I couldn't even think of this stuff. Like really, I couldn't even think it up. They're so weird. It's just something I couldn't even say because I don't remember them. But when I'm having them, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, why do I keep having these dreams? And I think it stems from, like I said before, I think it stems from a concussion that I had. Ever since I had my concussion, I had a lot of things going on with being more obsessive with things, being more of a perfectionist. I mean, I always was a little bit of a perfectionist, but not like I am now. And it's something that, it's really weird. It's something that I'm still doing. I catch myself doing. But I know there's no such thing as perfect at all, And another thing I wanted to talk about is this. I understand that I talk to y'all on this channel about staying away from, suffering and the bad things in life. And, who wants to suffer? None of us want to suffer. But what is the paradox? What is I don't even know what to call it, catharsis or however you call it. It's like a conundrum or something. I don't really know the specific word, but what has turned me into the person that I am, and it sucks to say, is mostly the suffering. And is mostly the bad things that I went through. You know what I mean? Like, if you put certain things in a fire, the fire burns certain things and the fire cleans certain things. You know what I mean? Like I went through the fire of suffering and pain and misery, and I came out on the other end, not something burnt and crispy. I came out something that realized, things that really go on in life. And I have to get credit. I have to give credit to suffering and bad shit. I mean, as bad as crazy as that may sound, I have to give credit to the messed up things in life. That's what I mean. It's, we say that we don't want something to be like this. I say I don't want something to be like that. And I can't stand this thing. Now, I'm not saying you go through a phase where you may suffer for a long time. I'm not talking about staying in that stage for the rest of your life. Now, there's some people, they're going to go through suffering maybe their whole lives or most of their lives. And people like that, I feel horrible for. I really, really do. I really do. And it's a shame that some people don't make it out from the things that they're going through and the pain and suffering that they're going through. But I went through my time of suffering for 16 years. Let me see here. About 17 years. 16, 17 years. Minus maybe a year and a half because I was clean for a little while during that time, but I still felt horrible. I still had my hepatitis C. I still was getting high. I still had a whole bunch of health stuff going on. I got rid of my hep C. Thank God. If you're really there, God, thank you, God. If there is no God, thanks to people that made the medicine and the person that gave me the medicine and where I got it. I'm very thankful for that. But it's, you really can't say anything. It's like, I don't know. See, this is going to sound like the biggest hypocritical thing that I can ever say. I talk about I want to take people's pain and suffering away and I want to snap my fingers and make it all better. Yes, I do want that. I do want them to get out from that after a certain time. I don't want anyone to go through pain and suffer for all their life or die from it, even though one day we're all going to die. But see, I say, oh, I wish I could snap my finger and make you better or make someone better. I take that back. I don't want to snap my finger and just magically make people better, because some people have to go through certain things in order to realize certain things, and in order to go through them and come out on the other side a new person, or to, like I said, realize a lot of stuff. But do I want people suffering for decades or the rest of their life? No, I don't want that. And see, that's why I told y'all there's levels to everything that I talk about. I can't just call one thing out for what it is, because that's not what it really is all the time. It's constantly changing and maneuvering, and it's just like with words. You can say certain things and people can take them differently. Someone might have thought that you meant something totally different than what another person might think that you meant. And that's why, I will tell y'all, watch your words with people. Certain people you're around, just watch what you're saying. Because there's some people out here, they're going through a rough time. And, if you simply just use this thing that I'm using, and they might be so in a bad place that they're like, if somebody says something to me, I'm just going to snap. Now, do I want that person to be like that? No. I don't want that to happen, but it's liable to happen, and listen, that's why when I need to let out my stuff, when I need to let this out, I will go take a walk. I will come over here to one of these places. Look where I'm at. This is like a hospital over here. This is the highway over there with a playground. I ain't by nobody right now. You know what I mean? I'm over here by myself because I'm not going to go right by somebody's house or, right by a group of people and talk about the stuff I'm talking about, even though some of them may need